guys, welcome back to the channel, and I thought the next episode was going to be episode 3.5, which was finishing up the cork and kind of putting a bow on that all neat and tidying it up and moving on to the metalwork. Well, I did something stupid, and I made a post on Instagram about who would like to see one of the hardest things that I've ever made. Well, it is the hardest thing that I've ever made because you'll see, and I'll explain it later. So let's go ahead and let's get right into it. I'm going to take you over the bench, and this is kind of the things that I'm into and kind of the things that I find neat. And yeah, let's go. So this is the material that I was working with, and this is a Micarta, which is a brand name like Kleenex or something like that. So I think Westinghouse owns the patent to the name, or trademarked the name Micarta. So this is referred to as G-Carta. And pretty much what it is, it's a laminated fabric. And G-Carta can be a fabric, it could be canvas, it could be anything. It can even be papers at times. But this one here is multiple layers of all different colors. And I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get you to zoom. That's about as good as you're going to get. So it's all different layers. And I was building a rod that was going to be using very neutral and plain colors, and I wanted to set a couple focal points along the way like I do with any rod. And I thought, wouldn't this material look cool? That was the start of the end, because I then proceeded to try to make this 23 times more before I finally got this. And it worked. We'll take you out a little bit. And it really, genuinely sucked. Making this was the worst idea I may have ever had. It's up there. I mean, it's definitely. But yeah, I wanted something fun. And I wasn't going to give up. I should have given up getting it done, but I didn't. But I got it right. And the only thing that allowed me to get it right is if you look and you see this black line right here, that black line is a sheet of carbon fiber. So I took a sheet of carbon fiber and I bonded that to the G-Carta, which then was bonded to the cork that is up against my hardware. Now, the thing that makes this suck is, okay, it's an easy to make part, but making these little ass things, is like a 7-step process. So I have to turn the cork into true, I have to mount the spike, then I have to face the leading edge, then I have to make sure that this is in square where it meets. And every one of these that I make is about an hour and a half of real labor. So hour and a half times 24 times to do this, that is 36 hours of my life that I tried to make this thing. But I got it. I wish it hadn't taken this much. And the question could be asked, will I ever make one of these again? Yeah, I will. I've used Micarta, G-Cartas in the past. I've made up my own Micartas, and it's gone fine. But I will do it again, and I do have one sitting back here that was a blow up, and you can see how it just delaminates and it just blows apart. And that's a loss. start over again. This is one of the only ones I can actually find because a few of them actually probably ended up in the rafters. I ended up throwing a few for distance because of anger, and all kinds of other things were going on. But it's made and it's finished. And this is another rod, it's leaving too, that's pretty cool. This one glows in the dark. So I will show you that on the way out. Also, the insert's really cool. Black ash burl, and it is live. Extremely live. So cool to look at. So cool to look at. So, yeah. I guess the moral to this story here is don't ever give up. Anything worth doing isn't easy, and this certainly wasn't easy. I do like how it looks, though. I think it's a great looking little focal point to an otherwise mute rod. And you're probably wondering why did I pick a micarta like Mexican Blanket Especial? Well, comment below if you want to see the rest of the rod, because I kept that theme going. I didn't carnival the rod, I promise you. The rod's very mute. I'll show you a couple aspects of it. So, you can see, nothing insane color-wise. Very simple colors. And that ventilated cork, there's a lot of stuff going on just in this ventilated handle that you probably don't even realize now, but I'll show it to you at another point in time. It was a lot of work. This whole rod's been a lot of work. This whole rod has been life-consuming. So yeah, let's end it here. I'm going to take you back across the way, and before we wrap everything up, I will show you that rod glowing in the dark. So I'll see you in a moment. Well, guys, that's going to do it for this episode. I apologize for that 1.4 minutes of messed up audio. I think what happened was I moved my phone way too close to my camera setup and the mic, and I think it was picking up feedback from there. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. Hopefully it's not happening right now. But I kind of want to keep this series going. This is going to kind of be an aside from, the building back my emoji. This series is going to pick up a different name, so this will be episode 1 for this series. I wish I would have had the opportunity to show you all the failures and all of this and all of that, but honestly, I wasn't going to video all this because I didn't ever think I was going to get it. I knew I'd get it, but I just would have been piling up data and files and all this other stuff, and I didn't see it being worth it. So, again, if you like what you see, please like. If you have a question or a comment, feel free to drop it below. And if you aren't subscribed, please consider subscribing to the channel. Also, if you want to keep up with how this stuff is going on, you can find me on Instagram as Snowman Custom Rodworks _ between each word. So, thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll either see you again or maybe I'll never see you again. Wait and see.